Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed about electric potential due to a point charge. Today, we are going to discuss Gauss law in electrostatics. So, before going to discuss this Gauss law, we should know about electric flux. So, that electric flux is represented by phi. The definition of electric flux is total number of field lines. Other name for field lines is electric lines of force. So total number of field lines passing through unit area perpendicularly is called electric flux. Electric flux is nothing but what? Just simply total number of field lines. Total number of field lines passing through unit area perpendicularly is called electric flux. That is the definition of electric flux. So total number of field lines. Field lines means what? Electric lines of force. What is electric lines of force? The path taken by a unit positive charge. So we discussed about field lines or electric lines of forces in last class. So the path taken by a unit positive charge is called field line or electric lines of forces. What is the nature of electric lines of force? So what is the nature of electric lines of force for isolated positive charge? They are outward. And electric lines of forces or field lines for isolated negative charge is inward. And that electric lines of forces start from the positive charge and ends at the negative charge. So these things we know about electric lines of forces. So the total number of electric lines of forces passing through unit area perpendicularly is called electric flux phi. Now coming to our topic, Gauss law. So the statement of the Gauss law is the total electric flux through any closed surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times of the net charge enclosed by the surface is the statement of Gauss law. That means, for example, here I am getting a closed surface here. So this is the closed surface. This is a closed surface, and some charge Q is enclosed by that closed surface. Now here I am taking a unit area ds. Now the number of electric lines of forces passing through this unit area. The number of electric lines of forces passing through this unit area perpendicularly is called electric flux. Now, the statement of the Gauss law is the total electric flux passing through any closed surface is equal to the 1 by epsilon naught times of the net charge enclosed by that surface. So here phi electric flux equals to surface integral E dot ds. So ds is a small area, elemental area. So this small elemental area is ds. Now the number of electric lines of forces passing through this small ds area is nothing but surface integral E dot ds is called electric flux. So phi equals to surface integral E dot ds. So the meaning of this one is what? So electric lines of forces. So total number of electric lines of forces passing through unit area perpendicularly is called electric flux. Now, if you remove the dot product, then you can get E ds cos theta. Now, according to the Gauss law is, so the total electric flux, phi is the total electric flux passing through any closed surface equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the net charge enclosed by the surface. So here the charge Q is enclosed by the surface. Now the total electric flux passing through any closed surface is equals to 1 by epsilon naught times the net charge enclosed by the surface. That is the statement of the Gauss law. That means phi equals to what? Q by epsilon naught. So phi equals to Q by epsilon naught. So this is the statement of Gauss law. Phi means total electric flux passing through any closed surface equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the net charge enclosed by that surface. So that is the statement of the Gauss law. The importance of the Gauss law. So here I have written 3 importance points of the Gauss law. So the first point is any closed surface. That means this Gauss law is applicable for any type of closed surface of any shape and any size. This is one shape of the closed surface. So this is another shape of the closed surface, and this is another shape of the closed surface. So if you observe here the shapes of the closed surfaces are different, and they are in different sizes. So this Gauss law is applicable for any type of closed surface of any shape and size. That is one importance. And second importance is any distribution of charge. So this Gauss law can be applicable for the different charges of distribution in these closed surfaces. So here only one charge particle is taken. For example, here some charge is Q1, here some charge is Q2, and here some charge is Q3, like that. So here this closed surface is enclosed by 3 different charges. So according to the property of charge has additive property. Then in this case, the total charge enclosed by this surface is nothing but Q equals to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. So whatever the charge is distributed in this closed surface, so in that case also we can apply the Gauss law. So the Gauss law is applicable for any type of charge distribution of the closed surface. That is the second importance. And third importance is this Gauss law gives the relation between electric field and charge. So electric field phi equals not surface integral E dot ds, E electric field intensity. So this Gauss law gives the relation between electric field and charge. So these are the importances of Gauss law. Thank you.